I woke up just extra jolly today.
I bet because you demolished the game last night.
It's not just because I came off of a $70,000 win in a 25-50 game. But it's probably related.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us lacking. Me and my buddy.
Does it have anything to do with the fact you can't remember any of the hands you won?
That might be it. I woke up and I text you probably the most clever thing I've ever texted. I said this must be how Bruce Banner feels because I did all my good stuff yesterday and I can't remember what it was. But I woke up with a bunch of extra flags in my pocket.
You should do one of those like financial infomercials. Put it online and it's like, do you want to get rich quick and you don't have time or like motivation? Try alcohol. Try alcohol and gambling. It doesn't not work. Try mimosas and beer. Mix them together. You wake up with $70,000 in your pocket.
I'll take this time to say, if you have a problem, there are numbers out there for you to call. And this is probably not the show to watch.
It's a perfect show for them to watch, by the way.
That's true. Get your fix through us. Live vicariously. Don't drink or do gambling.
Yeah. I did not drink enough, apparently, because I lost money yet again. No, not going to make this on a pile on Justin show or anything, but that is 26 of the last 31 sessions of...
You know what that also means, though?
I'm due? Please say I'm due.
No, that
Oh, shit.
It's also 26 out of the last 32. So you did win one extra one.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, good point. I think before that, I won like 4 or 5 in a row. That is true.
Makes me think of like every time there's like a handicapper on like Twitter
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm 9-1 through my last 10. I'm like, it's like a little formula. It also guarantees that he's also 9-2 through his last 11.
Yeah.
It's just, it never fails.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So silver linings, but also like I don't know. I've never felt like for the past couple of years, it's been like wishy-washy emotion-wise, but I feel like we're finally hitting our stride. Well, me personally.
Thank you.
But the
I was like, you let me know when the feeling kicks in.
I don't know. I usually wake up every day with an overwhelming sense of dread. And today it was like more dull and in the back of my mind. It could be the meds I'm on, but but I don't know. I think things are turning, and this is gonna be our year.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope you're right. And like kind of tying it into like gambling and whatnot, like it is kind of the mindset of the gambler to like kind of go through extremes. Like either you think you're the best or the worst, and like it's really hard to find that normalcy in between or whatever, where it's just like today's a day and I'm gonna have a good day.
I just wish I could remember how I played when I played good.
Well,
Speaking of not being able to remember our cash flow episodes aired
Oh, that's right.
over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's for those that are avid listeners of the pod. You might remember us accidentally saying we were going to do a live stream in January. Turns out they were recorded episodes for a show called Cash Flow that aired on PokerGO.
Yeah, you guys should definitely check it out. If you're not already subscribed, definitely should. If you're a poker fan, gambling fan, I do think it's worth the $9 a month or whatever it is.
Just please don't watch the first episode, because the very first one, I was whatever the opposite of the Incredible Hulk is. I got very drunk and don't remember how I lost the 40,000, but I definitely did.
Yeah, for those that don't know, PokerGo was nice enough to let us take over the studio after they had a final table for whatever tournament was going on then, and we got to take it over as soon as the final table was done till 10 o'clock. And so yeah, we just brought all the people that played table one, and we just put in there and just recorded it and allowed the public to see our shenanigans and tomfooleries.
And I'm sure we'll get to do it again. We did it another time after that,
That's true.
and those will be coming out at some point as well.
Yeah, the set was great. The commentating was good. I don't think Art even watched it because I think he was scared that he was going to be embarrassed. But I like to be embarrassed, so I watch myself lose.
I watched. Spoiler alert! I watched the part of the episode where I stacked Sean Madden, and that made me jolly. Felt a little bad for Sean because he was like, "I'm not having fun anymore," and he just kind of, hit the old dusty.
Yeah.
But my dad actually came inside, and he's an avid poker watcher, even though he doesn't know how the blinds work. And he doesn't watch the show either, but he likes poker. And he said he came in the house like kind of strutting. And I was like, "Oh, you're in a good mood today." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I was just watching my son, and he had a big old pile of chips." And I was like, "Oh, I know which episode that was."
I promise I'll tie this in. But do you ever see there's a South Park out there where everyone's on, like, it's not Twitter, but like it's supposed to be Twitter, but like Cartman can't handle like the bad reviews or the bad comments or whatever, so he hires Butters to like go through all the bad stuff, and Butters and he gets hired by all these celebrities too, and all he has to do is just read all this bad stuff and like delete them so they can only read the good stuff. You should hire someone for like your streamed poker shows, where it's just like, I don't really want to watch me play bad. Dad, do you mind just time-stamping every time I win a pot, please? And that way I can just like watch the good stuff. I think that's a good idea.
It's a great idea. Yeah, I should have it for the YouTube comments too, so that I don't have to read the ones where they're like, "Fuck these guys."
I kind of have that with you, in all honesty. Like, I think of all the comments you've ever sent me, you've sent me a couple hundred, I think, over the year and a half, and maybe 2 of them were bad, but they were really funny bad, so that was okay. You're my filter.
When you're mean but it's funny, then it's okay.
Yeah, exactly right.
If you're just like a dick, then I mean, come on. I'm not going to delete it, but like,
be clever with your dickness. Dickiness? Dickiness.
Dickiness, yeah, it's dickiness. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be your Butters. All right, real quick. Do you have crypto just sitting in a crypto wallet doing nothing? Then you've probably never heard of Gauntlet. Gauntlet.xyz is a billion-dollar research company that manages risk for huge internet platforms like Uniswap, Arbitrum, Jupiter, and a ton of other ones. And how can they help you? They actually curate these things called crypto vaults. And what's a crypto vault? Well, you just put your crypto in, you get an interest rate. The interest rate depends on the supply and demand of that particular token that you put into there. It's kind of complicated, but their algorithms make it like 1,000 poker solvers are working on your side. And you get a return on crypto that was just sitting in your wallet anyway. Here, let me show you how it works. I've got 800 USDC here. I'm gonna put it into this USDC vault. The current interest APY is a little over 9%. So I'm gonna get that for a little bit, and I can take it out whenever I want. Now, as you can see, they have a bunch of different vaults, a bunch of different tokens. Do your own research on all of this, which one appeals to you, but definitely don't let your crypto just sit in your wallet doing nothing. It could be here earning for you. So if you've got USDC or USDT, which if you're a poker player, you probably do, you're gonna wanna have it sitting in one of these vaults earning something for you. So head on over to gauntlet.xyz/T1 and it'll take you right to the vault page. You'll be able to check out which one looks good to you. All right, back to the show. So if someone out there wants to be my Butters, just you could timestamp out all the hands. I don't think there's public comments for the cash flow episodes, but if you ever see me on any other streams, just Art wins a hand here, and here, and here, and just tag me, and then I'll...
People laughed at his joke right here. Helmuth definitely didn't yell at him and say he's never going to play with him here.
Forgot about those.
For those who don't know, I think the first time Art played with Helmuth on a stream game, maybe like 45 minutes in, it wasn't that deep into it, Helmuth went on his normal rants, which is fine. But he said, I have a very short list of people I'm never going to play with again, and you're on it now.
Yeah, and Brent had to remind me that he said that because I was in good form, I should say, when I was being mean, as he said it. But I just thought I was.
You were just being funny. You're being you. I don't know.
Yeah, usually there's a punching bag at the end of my jokes. I should learn to self-direct it. That's the best way to get those.
That's what I self-deprecate a lot. You
I need a little bit of what you have, and you need a little less of what you have.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's I think part of the reason that I've been in such a good mood is we're getting like a lot of people reaching out lately to come and play in the game.
That's true.
This week we had I think 9 people that came all through like the website, which is crazy. And so if you're out there watching and want to come play with us, we do have a website and advertising. Are you tired of playing with players like this? Not this.
No.
Like this? Or this?
Or do you want to play with players like this?
Oh wait, If you like having fun at the poker table, Table 1 is the game for you. We play high stakes, no limit, 100 blinds. And if you want to get into the game, it's actually super easy. We have a website, table1.vegas. You just go to the website, you click get a seat in the game, and fill out the form. It's that easy. It's your name, it's your phone number, it's the date that you're here, and I will personally reach out to you.
And it's only $5K minimum buy-in. run up at 2.5 and join us.
And it's been cool to meet like all these people and kind of bring them into our Table One community.
Yeah, it is. I understand it can be a little intimidating coming in, and it kind of seems like half the people at the table know each other quite well, which is true. But like we're kind of a dysfunctional family a bit, and in all honesty, it doesn't take long for most of these people to realize that we're just a bunch of dumb idiots, and we just like to gamble and have fun. And it's okay to show your weirdness too in front of us. Like you don't have to be awkward or anything.
We all got our quirks, and it takes about half a session, and then you're a part of us.
Yeah, that's right. All of a sudden, you're going to start making fun of art too.
Yeah, you're either part of us, or you just know, okay, it's not the game for me. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not gonna degenerate these guys the way they want me to. Which we've had our fair share of people giving us a trial run, and going up where they respect their raises or whatever people do. Yeah.
But no, it's been great. To your point, like we've had a lot of people reach out. Like a lot over the last week, especially, but just through the last year and a half, it's quite a large number, which is it's nice to see our community growing. And I like to think our family as well, because like after you play with us a couple of times, like I think you're part of the family now, and you know everyone's weirdness. But yeah, I think a lot of it's to do with the March Madness going on right now, but like it is also leading up to the World Series, which is also exciting. I'm sure we'll have plenty more reaching out for that time of year.
Yeah, we already do. We have we're starting to get a backlog of people coming in the first week of June, I think, and yeah, it's gonna be a great summer, hot girl summer.
Sun's out, guns out.
Oh, and not to make this just a puff piece about us, but we just had that piece come out that Lance Bradley came and interviewed us at Table One. I think his the overlay is his
right.
Substack that he started. Poker journalist, shout out to him. Check out the overlay. It's got at least one interesting article in it. It's got us in it, which has like a little bit of our origin story and why we started the game and all that. We're going on Clyde the Snack Attack Gaskins podcast today. That'll be coming out at some point after this.
Yep. For those who don't know, I've never played at Aria. Clyde is probably the most famous dealer in Vegas, at least. I think that's safe to say. He got an opportunity to be on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy shortly after he had heart surgery, I believe.
Yeah.
And the episode crushed, and he got a lot of love and following, and he kind of decided to create his own podcast, which is great. We love when other people create content, good stuff. And he's had tons of big guests on, Jesse Lonas, Shannon Shore, Lucky Chewy. Like you should definitely check it out.
Yeah. Poker players love Clyde. I mean, how could you? I guess he's either loved or hated in the poker room. I think 99% of people love him, and then he likes to call the action as he goes. But I think if somebody like tells him, "Please don't do that while I'm here," he does. He stops.
Correct, and like he gets me off tilt as weird as that sounds, because like usually I kind of like the dealers to be kind of in the background a little bit,
seen and not heard.
Yeah, type thing, which is fine. But like when he calls the action and you lose a big pot. You're tilted at him, you're tilted at the world. But then like he genuinely loves poker more than any human I've ever met in my life. And it's genuine. This is not a shtick he does. Like he genuinely loves poker that much. And then you just realize how lucky we all are to be playing whatever game we're playing. And then the tilt just magically disappears for me anyway when Clyde's in the box. So like it's nice to remind yourself that how lucky everyone is to be able to play whatever poker game you play.
I agree with that. And to have somebody loving it is much better than to have someone with their head down just...
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's as long as they're a good dealer, it's fine. But like...
I am sad. I thought last night, and I made a list of my costume I was going to wear for the podcast, for his podcast, and I forgot. I had a cowboy hat. I was going to wear like a vest. Oh, no. I was even considering wearing like boots, and I was like, I don't like my cowboy boots that I have. So
they probably won't make it on air anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, I think have you seen it? Like there's the full length shots or whatever. So like,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But either way, he gets pink Justin. Salmon. I don't know.
I think
Salmon.
I'll wear my bucket hat or my vacation art hat.
Oh yeah.
But what else? New poker game starting up in town. The Venetian has their stream. Our friend Brian Oken is running his game over there. Cool game, 100-200. If you like to play big poker, I think they play 1-2-4 like a lot. So
and JRB's a staple in that game, and it streams, I think for sure once a week, but sometimes twice. But they vary whether it's Friday or Saturday. But you can find it on YouTube for sure, because that's how I've been watching it anyway.
Oh, dude, my favorite. Not to hype up another game too much, but my favorite Brian Oaken. He has it pinned on his profile. It's JRB just like singing, like he's singing. God, what is he singing? Buy Me a Boat. And he's raking in this massive pot off of Keith Lear. And dude, it is the funny. I'll if I can figure out how to post it in here, I'll put it in here. But he's just like, he's so drunk. He's like, it's like what I hope that I'm like when I'm like that drunk and raking in a big pot. He's like just got wine in one hand. He's just dragging in the chips, and he's like, "You can buy me a boat." And then he points at Keith. He's like, "Oh, this is your part. I'm just a redneck." It's just fucking hilarious.
I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. Come on, Keith, this is your line. They call me yourself. Redneck, white trash, and blue collar. I could change all that if I had a couple $1 million. Cause I keep hearing that money is the root of all evil, and you can't thread a camel through the eye of a needle. I'm sure that's probably true, but it still sounds pretty cool. It can buy me a boat.
You
It can buy me a truck to pull it.
Go fuck yourself.
So I like JRB a lot. He actually said that he would come on the pod. I think he's going on Berkey's podcast
Nice.
this week, and then he's gonna I think he's probably gonna talk about his game, and then here he's gonna hopefully give us a little peek into his backstory, because I'm sure it's fucking interesting.
I mean, I feel like I know the public side of his story, and that's pretty amazing. I'm sure what I don't know could fill the Grand Canyon.
It might be a two-parter.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think even like the episode before, like he was so drunk. He like Sergio, a good friend of ours anyway. He got on the stream show. He was down well over 100,000, I think, and he stacked Sergio for another 25,000 or something like that. And he just needled the fuck out of him as he's doing it. And someone's like, "Dude, he's down like 130,000 right now. You should probably lay off." And he is just like, "I'm an asshole. I'm so sorry." And like the next 10 minutes of the stream was just like him drunkenly apologizing to Sergio, who just has his head down. Just
Oh, I don't like that. You got to own your villain role if you're gonna take it. Be like, "Oh, I'm sorry that you
I'm
took
sorry.
it so poorly."
I'm sorry you're so buried.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get on the stream over there, but I think at some point we'll both probably play over there.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see.
It's a fun room over there, but still enjoy Aria the best, especially the room we get to play in anyway.
Oh yeah.
Table 1.
Table 1, the best room in Vegas.
Yeah, I think so.
They give you all this extra room just to show you how rich they are. They're just like, "Oh, we could fit another table in here, but instead let's cram 2 tables together out in the courtyard."
The peasants.
Sometimes we have to go out there.
Because we are peasants.
Well, we're playing dress up. We're wearing our fake crowns.
That's true.
All right, really quick, guys. Phenom Poker is out now. It is live. And if you want to support Table 1, just go to joinphenompoker.com, and that will help us. Fill in your information, and you'll be on with us.
Tons of people on there, tons of action, especially until Art and I will run out of money, I think.
That's true. And we are doing some sort of free roll. Anyone who signs up through our link, we're going to eventually reveal the details on Twitter, but if you sign up through our link, we are going to go all in up to 10 times at $100 no limit until somebody wins the $100. We might stack you 10 times and you'll lose 1,000 in this promotion, but we are trying to give away 100. So if we accidentally stack you 10 times, thanks. Thanks for playing. All right, joinphenompoker.com. Now!
Yeah. Oh no, World Series. So, is there any big tournaments between now and the World Series?
It's a good question.
In town, anyway.
Right now, I know that the PokerGO series has the big Omaha stuff going right now. Like currently speaking, this ranges between 5K and I want to say their main event's either 25 or 50,000. I think it's 50. So that's
well, if they ever do a Kookaroo, sign me up.
Well, you saw that the World Series is doing a double board bomb pot this year. PLO double board bomb pot.
I don't think I would like it.
Yeah.
I only like when it's pot or fold.
Yeah,
I don't like decisions after that. For those that don't know, we play Kookaroo or pot or fold or CookamaBUNGO
or slap or done.
Slap or done. It comes in many names, but it only has one variation when it's CookamaBUNGO, and that is double board, PLO, pot or fold.
That's it. If you like your hand, you mash the pot. If you don't, it's kind of like guts, but you have to go in order. I think it would be more fun if it was like guts, where everyone had to like hold their cards or the chips over the table, and there's like 1, 2, 3 drop, and you have to drop whichever one. Like if you drop your cards, you muck. If you drop the chips, you call.
I like this actually. Or you could just declare, like you just put a chip in your hand, or don't put a chip in your hand, and then everybody. That way you can't time it.
That's true.
Everybody puts their hand out, and then just like you're either in or you're not.
I kind of like that. Maybe we should do that like after the stand-up game, like when everyone has to do that, so that way like it's all kind of neutral. But yeah, like, for those who don't know, guts was like a great. I don't know. I learned it in college or whatever, but it's great. They basically like.
I don't know. So
Oh,
I mean, you've explained it on the pod before, but I kind of tuned out.
I can't remember exactly how there's like community cards and you have your own hand or whatever.
Okay.
But like I can't remember like there might be 2 cards out there and 5 in your hand, whatever. There's some like. But like it's the same thing. Like say they're like when I played in college, there was maybe $2 in the middle, and everyone just holds their cards over the muck, and it goes 1, 2, 3 guts. And if you don't drop your cards and you're the last one left, you collect the pot. But if anyone else at the table is still in, you have to match the pot.
You both match the pot.
And then they'll deal like 1 more card in the community section, and the people that are left keep doing it. And like it's basically a game of chicken with cards.
Good name for a game, guts.
Yeah,
it's perfect actually with the structure.
I've never played this big in college because I was quite poor. But like they got a couple $100 pots, like in like a small little fraternity house or whatever, where people just don't like backing down. It was just like I'm gonna make him piss down his leg first.
Yeah, that was that happened in AC/DC too. Like you'd be playing like 2 cent, 5 cent, whatever, to 25 cent with the fraternity or whatever, and then all of a sudden the pot is gigantic and you have to double it because the card paired or whatever the fuck.
Geez, yeah.
I only played that a handful of times and I was just like, this game is stupid. But if I would have won, it would have been great.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish they would let us do more games, like make up more games. Remember when we could just like we had bomb pots where we were building a board. We always let the small blind choose the game, but like we kind of had to back off from that because we got in a little bit of trouble with the eye in the sky upstairs.
Yeah, if gaming doesn't know what game we're playing, we can't play it.
Yeah, apparently Ryan Kirk pulled us into his office, the floor man or the head honcho at the Aria, and he was like, guys, no games where cards from your hand end up on the board.
It's a very reasonable request.
Totally reasonable, but we're an unreasonable group, especially when we get a few hours into the game. Yeah. But man, I want to make up some more games. What kind of games can we make up? Because the stand-up game, great game. Yeah. Don't know how it got invented. I mean,
you remember the origin of it, right? Or at least for us.
No.
We had I would say questionable charactered individual come in, and within the first half hour, he admits to killing multiple people. He's from Detroit. You remember any of this?
This is ringing a bell.
Yeah. Either way, it was, but he was, let's just say he had a lot of loose bills on him as well. So, he was good and fun for the game. He, happy to talk, and all of a sudden he's like, "You guys heard the stand-up game?" And we're just like, any idea you have right now is going to be a hard no, because that is scary as shit. You're just a scary individual.
It's a hard yes, because he's a scary individual.
Even though I think I hugged him 8 times because he kept on buying me shots and we kept on doing shots together. But he's just like, yeah.
It's funny how a lot of your friendships start with shots.
True. But he's just like, yeah, everyone stands up, and once you win a hand, you get to sit down, and the last one standing has to pay everyone else money. And I was like, I was like, wait. That's amazing. So anyway, he claims he made it up, but I'm sure just like anyone else, I'm sure there's about a dozen other people. Chris Smith probably made it up, or
He invented 7 deuce game for those that don't know. Shout out to Chris Smith.
Well, he invented the number 7 and deuce. So
that's also true.
Yeah, he's done everything,
especially Adderall. I don't know if I've ever mentioned on the podcast, but I have a great idea for a game. I'm going to call it Survivor, because it's like voting someone off the island out of the game, but you don't really vote them out of the game. They just have to leave of their own accord, if they want to. The game is, every half hour when the dealer pushes in, you get to collect 3 blinds, or whatever for straddling, three blinds from one person at the table. Everybody gets to do it.
Okay.
So if one person is a nit, or like they're not good for the game, everyone just could pick
attack
that.
them?
Everyone could just pick that person, and hey, do you think you can beat minus 2,400 every 30 minutes, or should you maybe be a little more action? And because if the game is action and like everybody's gambling, then you just maybe take from your neighbor or whatever. You know, you want to do each other. You know, okay.
Let me say, I do like it, but I do think it should be a lot smaller because, like, I don't want it to disincentivise. I think it should be more like of a jokey type thing.
Like one blind.
Yeah, something like that, where it's just like, I'm calling you out. Like, oh, I'm also calling you out. Then it's like cheap. It's only $800. They're not going to quit, but like $800 is still pretty significant to the person giving it out.
Yeah.
But nothing too bad, and it's more about making fun of people that are nits, basically. I don't know.
I think it could use some workshopping, but I also think
I like it.
I think it could be a good game for action, to make sure that the action is there. You're not going to be the guy not straddling if everyone's going to get their straddle back on the deal or two.
It's just going to be like, look, guys, I straddled. Don't pick me next time. Please don't.
So anyways, bring Survivor to your local casino.
That's a good idea. I like it. Do you think people are just going to attack the people that beat them in a pot? Do you think they're going to attack the people that are up the most money, or do you think they're going to attack the nits? Because I do think a lot of people are just going to pick the winners, regardless how much action they are.
Yeah, no, I would definitely mostly pick the winners, I think.
Yeah.
But especially if they beat me in a hand. Or if it was you.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, if a nit's just knitting away and like kind of losing slowly, but only playing like 1 or 2 hands every half hour.
Well, there's a difference between a nit and a sniper.
Yeah,
He's coming
fair.
in and
All
just
right.
like not playing many hands, but then like he makes it 1,000 to go, and he knows we can't help ourselves when we look down at Jack 9 suited. Like, I'm gonna at least get my $100 back.
I did that way too much yesterday. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I did it a lot and it worked out. So
I was talking to a buddy of mine after the session, and he was just like, I was telling him how much I've been losing, and he's just like, "Well, are you doing any studying?" I was like, "Not really." He's like, "You're studying like range charts?" I was like, "Come on, man." He's like, "Well, don't complain about like losing so many times in a row if you're not going to study." I was like, "You're right." It's
like
still, I'm not gonna.
it's like when my wife starts telling me like about a problem, like I have to ask her, I'm like, do you want advice, or do you want me to just listen and support you? Because usually if I do give her advice and it's not solicited, she's not happy about that.
No,
so that's kind of, it feels like what just happened with you and your buddy. You're like, buddy, I just want someone to just say, oh, that's tough, man. You'll figure it out. No, don't.
And I think he figured it out when I didn't respond for half an hour.
Don't give me actionable steps, Jonathan Little.
But no, that's a good point. That's a key to being married, as long as we both have, for what it's worth as well. Just that simple like question of like, okay, I will be your sounding board, or I will be your therapist. You can pick.
One other key to staying married this long, I'm sure you know, is that like if we need to do something, it just means that I need to do it. Because she said it out loud, and like if we need to like make sure that the kitchen gets cleaned up, but she's at work, I need to clean the kitchen while she's gone. If she comes back and I'm like, okay, let's clean the kitchen. No, that's not what she meant.
I have a decent example of this actually just happened, and you're actually semi-involved. So about 6 months ago, one of our framed pictures fell off the wall and broke my favorite stein. It's like an old stein from my dad that I got after he passed. And it was heartbreaking, and it was just like, okay, the stein itself is perfectly fine, but the lid and the handle like cracked off. So we put it in a bag, and when we put it away, I was like, we're going to fix this at some point. And my wife is very meticulous and loves lists. And one of the things on her list was to clean out like a drawer, and that's happened to be in the drawer. So she pulls it out, and she's like, what do you want to do with this? I was like, well, I'm going to eventually like, glue it back on the stein, or like hire someone to do it. She's like, okay, so when are you going to do that? I think we need to do that. And I was just like, oh, I mean, it's not taking up too much room. It's like a bag like this big, like, is there not enough room in this drawer? She's like, no, there's plenty of room. I was like, well, we can just do it later. She's like, no. She's like, oh, actually, what she said was like, okay, whatever you want to do. And I was like, it took me about 5 minutes to realize I was like, oh, we need to get this done. Gotcha. It's more about completing things off the list than it is the actual, like, where the thing is stored. So,
by the way, I asked Allie's ceramic teacher, and she said, glue is your best bet.
Oh, no, but I want someone like more handy than me to do it. That's
well,
all.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a very old stein. And
She actually said it probably will never hold the weight of the stein again, even with glue. So if you want it like to put it on there for just aesthetic purposes, that's what you should do.
Well, that's not the answer I wanted, but okay.
Hey, any ceramics people out there that know anything about it? It's about yay.
Yeah. Oh, the stein is like 2 feet. It's huge.
Oh.
It's massive.
Yeah, well, it's probably definitely not going to hold
Yeah.
the weight of this time.
Okay. All right. Well, Morgan, sorry. I don't know what to do now. Maybe we'll just glue it on for aesthetics.
All right. Back to your regularly scheduled pottery class.
Sure, that's why everyone's tuning in right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, they want to know about our life, clearly. If you're still with us now,
And
God bless you.
I do think it's a good idea to get our wives on at one point, just so they can talk shit about us.
Yeah, it could lead to like a nice long fight. Sounds great. We can nitpick at each other. Maybe I should just interview Morgan and you can interview Bobby.
Oh my God.
And then that'll be a lot better.
Let's file a divorce papers right there.
We'll call it the wife swap episode.
You remember that show? Did you ever watch that show?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I saw the one with fucking Vern Troyer, Mini-Me, whatever
Oh,
his
yeah,
name
yeah,
was. Celebrity wife swap. Like, what an idea.
God, it was compelling television, but God, what a train wreck of an idea.
I like me some trashy television from time to time. We watched that. Do you ever watch the Kardashians? Oh, never mind.
No, I'm not saying that. Love is Blind and is my trashy one. I do watch all of those, but I also like. My favorite's Love on the Spectrum. That's my favorite show to watch, but it's not trashy. It's just adorable.
Just interesting.
Yeah. Well, it makes you feel warm and fuzzy and love things. I don't know.
All right, are you going to play a bunch of WSOP events? I feel like this is the time, our only chance to really talk about it.
The answer is probably, but like we'll see how the next couple months go in cash games. But I'm only planning to play like 5, but I'm realistic enough to know, I'm going to wake up, play cash, or not feel cash, and then kind of like pivot to whatever tournament is going on.
The old 3 p.m. drive to the horseshoe.
Yeah,
whenever,
exactly. Or
whenever the
we're
later-
walking over from, I'm super steamed, which is always a good idea until you bag and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, you have to walk all the way back. Then
And it's 1 o'clock in the morning and it's still 100 degrees.
yeah, that's true. But no, I think I'll end up doing something similar to last year. And I think last year I played around 25 total events, which is seemed like a lot, but I felt like I played a lot of cash. But apparently I was either up or down the correct amount of money to leave the cash game to go play a tournament.
Which of our friends do you think is going to win a bracelet this year? I have one in mind.
Wow. All right.
I'll go first. It's Bruno. Firth. Caleb Firth is going to win a bracelet in a big PLO. Actually, no, it's going to be a massive field, like 1,500 PLO. The millionaire maker of PLOs, which they should probably have.
I think he did that last year. He got like 2nd or 3rd. He didn't win. I understand, but
He's due.
he's due. But no, that's a good call. Like Bruno's a very good call. Good poker player all around, especially at PLO. At least his results show that. I was going to go back to Sean Daniels.
It's tough. We called our shot with Sean Daniels, and he just fucking blew it and waited until WPT Rolling Thunder and scooped it.
That's right.
Shout out to, tell him the funny story. He had a piece, by the way.
Yeah, so we're playing golf, me and Sean, and he was saying, like, I think I want to go to this Rolling Thunder event because his parents live up that way. He's like, but I don't know if I can leave my cat. So I was like, I live like 5 minutes from Sean. I was like, dude, I can look after a cat. It's not that big a deal. Like, cats are... like, you'll be fine. You could pour all the food and all the water out and they'll be just fine. I was like, I'll do it. He's like, are you sure? It's such a big... I was like, dude, I literally walk in, feed, water, pet one of the cats, the other one runs away, and then 10 minutes later I leave. And he's like, that's so nice of you. Tell you what, for that, I'll give you a 2% free roll of the event. I was like, you don't have to do that. 2%. This is such a big favor.
He loves throwing out little one balls here and there.
And then, he just goes on and wins it. That's my sun run, guys. You get 2% of, I think he cashed for like $225,000 or something like that.
You're a hell of a cat sitter.
Yeah. For those that are looking to give out free rolls for cat sitting, I am one of the best in the world.
It's true. He's a lucky cat sitter.
Email me at Table 1 Vegas, please.
Damn it, that's me. Leave a comment. Actually, DM him on Twitter. He loves when you do that. And ask for money. Sorry, the opposite. Give him money for watching your cats. Maybe even send him a cat picture. He loves cats. That's a great cat sitting story. One of the best I've ever heard.
I understand. That's probably the most anyone's ever been paid for cat sitting for 3 days in the history of cat sitting. Like $225. I'm gonna get like over $4,000.
That's nice. You should buy him like one of those self-cleaning litter boxes.
No, it's my money.
Sorry, I know it's been a rough go of it. Just hold on to the 2000.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They're like, oh, but you had to like clean the cat litter thing. But he has one of the mechanical ones that like when it gets whatever the weight, it just kind of like sifts it out, and they have a fresh little patch.
Dude, they must have come a long way with those things. Because I used to have one of those. It made a bigger mess than the fucking regular one. It would just like go, and then like when it got to the end, it would like, some of the cat shit would be like dried out and clumpy, and then it would just like fling it up into the air. I was like, God damn it. It's got like this little bin that it's supposed to go in at the end, and then you just change the bins out. Fucking was a nightmare.
Well, I'm sure someone's crushing it with the cat litter.
I'm sure the cat litter game has come a long way. I'm sure someone is TikTok shopping the hell out of
There's
that
the
thing.
GTO for cat litter boxes too.
Dude, people are making so much money on that TikTok. So much money. Well, you just have to market your shit on there. Speaking of marketing shit, can we do a little thrill of the show? Can we?
Sure.
Can we drop? Because like AI guys, have you heard of it? Have you heard of AI?
Yes.
Allen Iverson.
The answer.
Well, you know this, but I've been coding our app that we use to power our game. Justin and I, Maximum Lazy, and our biggest pain point is scheduling, because we like to drink and we play poker all day, and then here comes 8 o'clock. You know, we rolling home. Should we text people and see if they want to play poker tomorrow, or should we just
wait.
eat food and go to bed? Usually we just eat food and go to bed. So with the advent of AI coding bots, I was like, let me take a little crack at this thing. And I just went on to Replit. Have you heard of that?
You know I haven't.
Replit is a site where you can basically, just like ChatGPT, you just talk to it and you say, I want this. And it says, you can watch it kind of in real time code out the thing. And then it's just like this. And you're like, no. Change this over here. Make the poker table appear and put the seats in there. Anyway, I made the game scheduler for our game. And honestly, it has saved me a lot of headache, and I think you a lot of headache.
For sure. Well, especially lately, since you've been doing all the work lately. But yeah, it's a great tool. I think your goal is to make it an app at some point, but right now it's just a website. When I say just, this is still like a pretty ingenious way that it emails everyone on your list of people automatically, and they can respond however they wish. Or if you don't get an email, you can actually just log on and see if there's a game the next day, and be like, I would like to play. And then you just get dropped in this queue, and then all we have to do the next morning is, oh, look, we have 12 people that want to play. Let's get these 8 people in. These 4 people are on the wait list, and they get an email notification. There's a game, you have a seat, and the ones that are on the wait list is like, there is a game, but you're number 2 on the wait list. And it's fantastic.
It's nice. And I mean, it still takes a little bit of texting, a little bit of coordinating, but it's a lot less work when you know who's interested already. Okay. So for those that want to go on there, it's PokerHQ.io is the domain. And if you run a game or you know someone that runs your own game, you can hop on there and check out everything. And if you want to come play on table 1, you can try to join our club.
Sure. I was going to say, if you really want to see how it works, even if you don't intend on playing, even though we want you to play at table 1, just make an account. And just see how easy it is if you were the player that is being solicited for a game.
Ooh, solicited.
It's seduced.
Yeah, seduced. Nice. So 7-deuced.
Well, whatever. Just to get to know me a little bit better or whatever. We've had a game every single day this week, but I unfortunately had to take a couple days off.
Oh, we're going this route.
Yeah, might as well. Fuck it. I don't care that much. So I got my first colonoscopy. I'm only 45, even though I look like a grizzled 6-year-old. But my dad passed from it, so I wanted to get it done. For those that have not got it done or are thinking about it, it's really not that bad. Everyone should do it. Catching cancer early saves lives. Please do it, guys. Obviously, the day before is quite literally a shit show, and without getting too graphic, the colors of my poop, I think, changed about 8 different times throughout the day, which is a little concerning at first, but then you look it up, you're like, oh, that makes sense. But either way,
so you've been taking it up the ass in poker so long that you wanted to clean it out. You see what's up there.
I will say that the day of the procedure went perfectly fine. Like you're a little groggy, but Morgan and I went out to eat an hour later, and everything was fine. But I think maybe it was because I'm so used to taking it up the ass that I probably didn't need the anesthesia at all. But who knows?
We'll never know.
I didn't wake up violated, if that helps anybody.
Yeah. You don't get sore at all?
No,
Like
honestly, no.
Oh, walking around and a little, no more than normal?
Apparently I meant for this. I don't know.
Meant for this. How far up there did they go?
I mean, that's a great question. I didn't ask him.
You didn't see the tube? Like,
No.
he like whips it out in front of you and he's like...
Right as they put the anesthesia in, you just see this fucking 9-foot metal rod. Yeah, that probably, he's like, now sleep.
I should have been a doctor. I should have fucked with some people. I should not have been a
No,
doctor.
you should not have been a doctor. But yeah, either way, after the procedure, I slept like 11 hours the following night. And I felt like Art Fells like today, I think. I literally woke up the happiest I've been in so long. And I thought I was going to win yesterday. That's how happy I was. I actually was positive I was going to win.
And they told you you're not supposed to drink on the meds, but...
Oh, yeah,
yourself?
yeah. You're not supposed to drive, smoke weed, or take alcohol. And I kind of equate it to like if anyone that's given blood and then like had a beer or two afterwards, it just hits you a bit harder. So I had a couple beers and my wife had to drive me home because I was like, I'm drunk and happy.
So if anything, you were getting value.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
They thinned you out, so you're like, oh, I'm going to drink 3 beers and be drunk instead of 12.
So yeah.
Okay.
Sorry that was too graphic, and I know it's not gambling, but
I thought, so we were talking about it at the table, by the way, when you weren't there, and you're 45, and like 2 people at the table who are older than that, they're like, wait, are you supposed to get that when you're 45? And they were talking about it with each other, and but they were both from England. Maybe it's not as common over there. They went down this rabbit hole of like, is this just a thing in America that they just have one more reason to stick something up your ass, like, and charge you for it?
I think maybe like American diets are maybe just a little bit more harsh on the old colon, and maybe that's why we have to do it more often. But for all I know, I would imagine it's a pretty universal thing. I think 45 is a little early. I think the doctor or the websites tell you like 55 or 50 or something like that. But then it's also like 20 years before a close relative got diagnosed or something like that as well.
I think it's sharp of you to go and get it.
Let me just say, for those wondering, because I know we're going to get comments, everything went well. And so good, in fact, he said I didn't need to come back and get another one for 10 years. So that's literally the best news I could ever hear, because my brother's already had 3. And that's not that he's in bad shape or anything, but still.
They keep bringing him back.
Yeah,
that asshole.
Apparently my asshole's either that pristine or that awful. They just don't want to see it again.
Too many poker chips up here. Did flags come out? Did they reload you at all, or did they keep them?
They didn't tell me.
Oh man, you should have got it.
But yeah, Morgan, they give you like a little like a sheet of photos as well, like we can know what that means or whatever, just to show like what they look like. So Morgan,
the inside?
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay.
Morgan, it'd be weird if it was the outside, but
That's true. Actually, it's actually. I'm much more comfortable looking at the inside of your ass in these
Yeah.
pictures than I would be if you were just like, check this out.
One of our barfly buddies made the suggestion that our next Christmas card is have that as like the background. And kind of Photoshop like something like in the foreground.
Tunneling through 2025.
just don't mention it at all in the Christmas card. Just let people figure it out.
Just put something at like the very end, like it looks like you're going like a pot of gold.
We could just drop like, I don't know, 8 to 10 innuendos in like her write-up or something like that. Yeah, it's not bad.
This is good shit right here. Yeah. Just staying on the health topic. Best thing I've done that I would continue to pay for, even if I like mostly ran out of money. And I know I mostly already have, but like I won a bunch of money yesterday, so I'm going to talk about it. Is the Concierge Doctor, the
I also have that.
best $300 a month you can spend.
I agree.
It's like having a doctor buddy that you can text and not feel bad about. Like when you're like, hey, got something on my leg. What do you think? Hey, I'm going on a trip. Can I get some seasick medicine? Like, I don't know. It's amazing. It's like that's a life hack. It's like, everyone should, if you can afford it, you should pay for it if your town offers it.
So yeah, I know there's kind of a, whatever, like poker's allowed us to play with many doctors over the years, and I'm sure a lot of the doctors are a little timid to let everyone know they're doctors, because like initially like everyone was like, oh, you're a doctor, I got this thing, You know, like, or like, you know,
I've done it.
Look at this cyst. Look at, you know, like, my neck hurts, my knee hurts, and all. Like, I'm sure they get sick of it. But having a concierge doctor, they have to listen to you.
You're
And
paying them.
It's nice because like, he's right. You can literally just text over the smallest thing or go in. Like I had like a flu for like over a week, and I was like, I shouldn't have a flu for a week. I went in, and he's like, yeah, it's just a flu. Like he basically said, toughen up, asshole.
Yeah.
And I was
made
like,
you feel
but
better,
I
right?
feel bad. And he's like, fine, I'll give you steroids, and shot me full of steroids. I was like, I feel great.
Dude, last year for the first time, I felt like I was getting the flu. I like felt awful. I was just like leaking basically from every orifice in my head. And turns out it was just really bad allergies. And he gave me one of those. You ever get the Kenalog shot, or you don't really get allergies? Anyway, they give you a once-a-year shot. It just fucking cures you. You're just like a normal person again. It's amazing. I don't even know what's in that thing. I think there's like, I looked it up. There's like chicken in it or something. It's really weird. There's like some part of a chicken is in that shot. Because she asked me like,
Are you allergic to chicken?
are you a vegan or something? No, we killed an animal for this. Do you want it? Anyways, that cured me, and this year it was happening to me again, and I got the shot again, and bam. Take that, spring.
That's worth the 3,000 right there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. Yeah. Anyways, get rich, guys.
All right,
Pay
gamble on the
trainers.
felt, not with your health.
See you next week. Is that it? You wanna
Yeah.
do anything else?
No, seriously, guys. We're going to go back to having guests next week. We will have some very interesting guests. That's all I would promise. I think we're going to have 3 lined up for done next week, and we'll space them out, obviously. Yeah. But look forward to not just Art and I talking next week.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Wives on next week.
Wait for Valentine's Day.
Me and my buddy, we make it all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy, we working hard for this money. Whoa, you know I've been in my bag, yeah. Buddy, I got it like that, yeah. Y'all better stop. Me and my boy gon' climb to the top. Sidekick game like Calvin and Hobbes. Batman and Rob. Y'all know me, I'm down for the cause. Y'all know us, we start the